Hello and welcome to Gena Moon. Without further ado, let's jump right into your reading. All right, so remember that this reading is a general reading, so take the reading however it resonates, and also you can check out your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus placements if those positions are dominant within your chart. Make sure to check those positions out as well, since those might resonate with you as well, okay? And you are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. All right, so here you have free will, okay? And it says here, independently taking action regardless of the effects that are caused. Having the capacity to make their own decisions without constraints from others. So, you know, free will, there's an eagle on this image. So, you know, the eagle image is a representation of independence, of freedom, of even kind of like wanting to do things on your own, right? Without having to ask anybody for permission, that kind of thing. So this is either you're feeling this way, and or it could just be the fact that there's somebody around you that is acting this way, right? Independently taking action regardless of the effects that are being caused, having the capacity to make your own decisions without constraints from others. If this is you, however, then you're feeling a little bit more like, you know what, I just want to do my own thing, right? I have free will. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to ask for permission, right? Even if people are not okay with it, even if, you know, there are situations or people around you that might get triggered, you're kind of like, you know what? No, this is what I want to do, right? This is my free will. Having the capacity to make your own decisions without constraints from others. So yeah, it's like, again, the pressures from others. You don't want that, okay? Of course, it could be somebody towards you. Take the reading however it resonates. But here I do also see the number 60. The number 60 is equal to the number 6, obviously, right? So if you see the number 6666606 on the clock or anywhere else, then it is a representation where something in your life is about to harmonize. This can also be something related to some area of your life that pertains to your tasks, right? Your day-to-day type of task, what you do on the day-to-day basis, your schedule, your routine. There's something in there where it needs and requires your attention, okay, as well. But there's a secondary message here, and it says, I want to be able to make my own decisions and not feel bounded by our connection nor the opinions of others. I'm not ready to commit, and I am unsure of what the future holds. So whether this is you towards somebody, something, or somebody here towards you, right? There is that message there where somebody here wants to make their own decisions. They don't want to be bounded by a connection or by a job. If this is job related, work related, or family related, it could be that a family member or a job type of situation is making you feel constrained, right? Constrained, right? It's making you feel like pressured, like, you know, like you just want to break free from it, from your environment, from a person, from a connection, from an idea, from a job, whatever this is, right? Whether this is you towards somebody or somebody here towards you, or a relationship, of course. Let me know in the comments below how that all resonates for you. Now let's jump right into your past, present, future position. Who and what is coming towards you? What is in your opportunity, and what is in your challenge position, and how to overcome that challenge. Now remember to let me know in the comments below how this reading all resonates for you, because when you comment down below, you guys, you have no idea how much it helps support me and my channel, so that my channel is no longer hidden and the algorithm no longer unsubscribes my subscribers. So thank you all so much for support. Of course, always also give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you all so much. All right, so right off the bat, I do see here a few energies coming through the reading. You could possibly be dealing with the sign of, I see the sign of Capricorn, the sign of Aquarius. What else do we have here? Those are some of the main signs showing up as of right now, okay? But it could literally be any other sign of the zodiac. Doesn't necessarily have to be those two. However, at the bottom of the deck, you do have here the Devil. Okay, so there's something here that is very toxic already. It could possibly be something that you're wanting to free yourself from, right? You're like, okay, you know what? This is already becoming toxic. It's making you feel constrained. It's making you feel like you can't, you're bonded. It's like bondage, right? It could be your own ideas. It could be your own way of thinking that is making you feel like stressed out, like where you're keeping yourself stuck in a situation because of your way of thinking. It could be a person around you that you feel like, oh my God, that person's so controlling, right? It could be a narcissist type of situation. It could be a toxic connection, relationship, job, work-related matter, friend, whatever this is. But it's something that is already rather toxic, right? And as you can see in this Devil image, the Devil is in the middle, and he's got these two stuck together with a chain. I mean, that doesn't seem too comfortable, right? I mean, imagine you being stuck to a person with a chain around your neck. I mean, that's not very comforting, okay? So I feel like there's a connection here between somebody here that's trying to break free, right? From a situation, from a person, place, thing, a way of thinking, a way of doing things. It could be the way that you've been handling your life, your job, your career connection, whatever this is for you. Let me know in the comments below how that resonates. Of course, that could also be somebody here who is numbing themselves, numbing the pain in order to feel some kind of pleasure because they feel stuck in a situation. But numbing the pain is not going to, it's temporary, basically. It's a temporary type of kind of a release. It's a temporary type of soothing type of energy, but it's not long lasting, okay? Now let's go and jump right into your challenge position. And in your challenge position, you have here the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. And let me know in the comments below how this reading resonates for you, which area of your life it pertains to. Is this happening in career, family, finances, friends, whatever else this is, okay? So Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So I do see here that, part of the challenge is a situation that is moving rather slowly. It's moving so slowly that right now you're kind of like thinking like, oh my God, this is just dragging along. When is this finally going to, make some progress? There's a situation, a person, place, or thing that is moving rather slowly to the point where it's just kind of like making you feel like, oh my God, when is this going to end, right? Now, I'm also seeing here that for others of you guys with the Devil here, there could be some kind of a situation that is asking for you to stand up for what you believe in. There could be somebody around you who is underestimating you, who is underestimating your power. Okay, you're not a pushover. It could be the fact that this is alerting you, hey, you know what? You need to stand up for what you believe in and don't back down. For others of you, I know that, it may be a little bit difficult for you to, you are an emotional sign. You are a very intuitive, emotional type of sign. But I'm also sensing here that right now it might be a little bit difficult for you to actually show those emotions. I feel like you've learned how to hide your emotions so well that people around you aren't able to read you anymore. They're not able to read you, so therefore people come in to try and push your buttons, try and trigger you to see if they'll get a reaction from you, to see if they'll get some emotional communication from you. Now, I'm seeing here that, you might be blocking off your own emotions because you don't want to get hurt, because you don't want to be perceived as overly emotional, even though you do have emotions. So it might be a little bit difficult for you to open up your emotions, to open up your expression, to show how you feel, okay, because there's some kind of energy there of a little bit, feeling a little bit kind of apathetic or sad, okay, not being too in tune in touch with your feelings or emotions. If this is a person that you're dealing with, it could just be the fact that you are dealing with a personality type that can be wanting to emotionally manipulate the situation, right? It could be emotional manipulation through them not showing any emotion. Now, if this is you, I highly suggest and I highly recommend that for this week, okay, you do show emotion. You do express how you really feel. There's something here that a person around you needs to see. They need to know. They need to understand how you feel in order for this to come together in the right way. The reason why it's been a little bit confusing, tense, okay, is because you have been you're so, like I said, you're so good at just not showing any emotion right now that it's kind of making things a little bit more difficult. So this is one of those weeks where I would suggest for you to open up, okay, how you feel, of course, in a pragmatic, rational kind of way, but still, you know, like it's something here about finding the solution through you expressing what you've held on to for quite a while, okay? It could be unspoken words, unspoken feelings, unspoken emotions. It may feel uncomfortable for you right now because, again, you're so used to hiding those emotions. So be gentle with yourself, but I do highly recommend that you do that, okay? Now, with black and white, it says here, I've always tried to be realistic with life, but something or somebody here is opening you up to color. Whether this is you or somebody around you, if this is you, then right now you've learned, like I said, you've learned how to be so practical, so pragmatic, okay, not showing your emotion. That does not mean that you don't feel those emotions, that you don't feel anything. It just means that, you know, right now you're trying to more so focus in on the logical, the facts, right? The black and white. It's either this or that. There's no in between. There's no color in the middle, right? And so right now, yes, you have been trying to be realistic with life so that you don't, so that people don't hurt you more than anything, right? So that people don't hurt you, and also because you feel like you don't want to kind of spiral into that emotional kind of, you know, deep dark hole, right? And I get it. I understand there are moments when it is necessary for you to do that. But right now, I see that a situation here is trying to open you up again, trying to open you up to color, to emotions, right? To feelings, to sensations that you have, again, kept hidden for quite some time. If this is somebody around you, then that means that this person has been very black and white, right? They're very logical, very practical in nature, or this is just the way that, you know, they're coming across. But you are the one that through you showing your emotions, through you opening up how you really feel, and them seeing that, seeing through the veil of, you know, seeing through the veil of not caring, of not really feeling anything, you will actually help them open up to color, to their own emotions, to them expressing themselves as well. Okay. So again, black and white, that is what that is indicating for you. This could be related to your career, family, friends, finances, whatever area of your life that pertains to. Let me know in the comments below. Now, in the recent past, you also have here the Queen of Wands, the Judgment, and the Six of Cups. So in the recent past here, I do see that there was some kind of a reconciliation. There could have been, you know, some kind of reconnection, and or you went back to something that perhaps at some point in your life you didn't have time for, whether it was, oh, let me go back to school and study, or let me go back to, you know, this career, or let me go back to this idea or this project or this place, this environment, or this person, right? This friendship, whatever this is. It could have been, you know, anything, okay, or anyone. But there was a sense here in the recent past of a reconnection, but there was also a sense of a wake-up call. I feel that, you know, you kind of felt like, you know what, wow, eureka moment. Now I understand what I have to do in order to reach my goals, in order to, you know, find peace, find whatever this is. But I do see that there was some kind of energy there where of nostalgia, where you started to miss something or somebody from the past, or you started to miss a part of you that perhaps you never explored as well. Okay, this could have been maybe career for some of you guys. For others of you, I do feel like there was some kind of a soulmate, kindred type of connection, right? A kindred soul, a kindred spirit, where you guys either met for the first time, but even if it was a first time meeting or a past connection, I feel like this person felt like home to you. It felt like familiarity. It felt like peace, right? It could have been somebody here also, again, either a brand new person or somebody from your past. Now, transformation, I see here, I am making conscious choices to transform my higher self in order to be where I need to be in life, or in order to be with the person that you want to be in life. So in the recent past, I see here that you went through some kind of transformation. Something here ended, but that ending helped you become more conscious, more aware, to transform yourself into that higher version of you in order to become who you really needed to be, or who you wanted to be with, or where you wanted to be in life. Okay. If this was a person around you, then that means that this person was making some kind of conscious choices to change, to transform themselves into their higher selves in order to be closer to you. Let me know in the comments below what that was all about, pertaining to which area of your life. Now, I see here in the present moment, you have the Nine of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So right now, currently speaking, I see here that you're going to get everything that you've ever wanted. I mean, literally, you have wish fulfillment on the horizon. There's also an energy where you and another counterpart are either communicating, connecting, will be connecting. You could be meeting an individual, a person who is just like you, in the sense where neither of you is showing any emotion. Look at that swords energy, right? King of Swords, Queen of Swords. You're not showing emotion. They're not showing emotion, which is exactly why this black and white is telling you the reason why this conflict is happening is because neither of you is opening up. Neither of you is showing how you really feel, right? And it all, unfortunately, right now, it feels like it starts with you. You know, even though it might feel like, oh no, I don't want to be that, you know, that person who opens up first. It's actually something that makes you stronger. It's actually something that where you're going to show up as the strong one, because believe me, it's not easy. And I'm sure you know, it's not easy when you've already learned how to not show emotion to all of a sudden, okay, oh my God, I have to show emotion. I have to, you know, express how I really feel. It's not easy. So I feel like by you doing this, this individual is literally going to gravitate towards you and say, wow, that is exactly what I needed, right? I feel like that's exactly what this needs in order to get your wish fulfillment, what you want out of this situation, connection, job, whatever this is. This could be career related, love, family, friends, whatever this is, but you're going to get what you want by you opening up. Right now, I feel like somebody is self-sabotaging, right? Somebody here is self-sabotaging. This devil energy could also be the energy of somebody who is self-sabotaging, right? And I am sensing here that, you know, whoever is self-sabotaging, it says here, withholding love from you and from myself. I withheld love from me because of self-doubt. Somebody here is, you know, fearing something. They're fearful of opening up because, you know, they're withholding love from you because they're not showing themselves that they love themselves, right? And this could be you. Are you withholding love from people around you, from a person, you know, from showing up more in a more genuine, authentic way because you don't want to be perceived as overly sensitive? But by you doing that, you're withholding that ingenuity, or, you know, those parts of you that make you special, that make you be more appreciated, right? Because otherwise you're going to become like a robot. Like, I feel like a lot of people are doing that nowadays. And so, you know, this is all about, you know, clearing out self-doubt, fears, insecurities, and learning to, instead of self-sabotaging time and time again, it's a toxic cycle there, whether somebody's doing this around you, they keep self-sabotaging, or whether this is you, right? Do you keep withholding love from other people, from situations, from expressing yourself, because that's an indication that you're withholding love from yourself as well. Okay, let me know in the comments below what that's all pertaining to, what that is all about, which area of your life. Now, in the near future, you have here the Two of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So in the near future, I do see that you're going to have to make a decision. However, you will be mentally conflicted as to what you should do. Should I do this or that? Oh my God, overthinking the situation to the point where you may create a little bit of a stalemate. Whether you create the stalemate, this person creates the stalemate, but there's going to be an overthinker in the near future. However, I feel that what this is indicating is that it is necessary for you to make a decision in order for the lines of communication to start opening up, in order for those doors of opportunity to also start opening up for you. Okay, because in the near future, somebody's going to have a tendency here to, again, it's a little bit of a self-sabotage, or you know, being stuck in their own illusion of things, like, you know, wanting to wear that blindfold of denial so that they don't see the truth, because the truth could be a little bit too painful or a little bit too uncomfortable. And so this is telling you, cut that blindfold off, right? Cut that blindfold off and you'll see the truth for what it is. Yeah, it may not be easy, but I feel like this is what's going to, you know, bring in that kind of sense of camaraderie, the sense of, okay, let's work together as a team. Let's see if we can, you know, we can show up in a different way and make this work, because that's where the lines of communication will be opening up. There could be plans for travel. There could be plans for getting involved in different projects, endeavors, but I see that there's going to be fast forward moving energy, and the doors of opportunity are also going to be opening up for you, okay, in the near future. Now here with growth, you have encouraged me to look deep inside myself and discover who I really am. There's either a person or a situation here in the near future that is going to encourage you to look deep inside yourself and discover who it is that you really are, right? Again, it's that repetitive type of message, okay, that repetitive message of you not withholding yourself from being your true authentic self, from showing up the way that you really truly are. Again, it might even feel uncomfortable at first because you've grown to create this persona that is not really who you are, in order to save face, in order to not really be judged, or in order to whatever, right? I feel that this is going to help you grow in some kind of way. Of course, if there's somebody around you, this person is sending you a message saying that you have encouraged them to look deep inside themselves and discover who they really are through them watching you do it, right? Through them seeing that you're doing that, right? That you're not afraid of showing up as your true authentic self, okay? So that is going to equal to growth. That is beautiful. A beautiful message there. Now, what is in your opportunity? Let's see. In your opportunity, you also have here the Star, the World, and the Two of Wands. This could be Aquarius energy. It doesn't have to be whatever other sign this is. I do see that in your opportunity. There's some kind of situation where you're going to have the opportunity to heal, right? To heal from something, to heal from, it could be, finally disconnecting from the old version of you. Sometimes it's difficult for you to disconnect from those versions of you that you've carried on for far too long, because they've helped you at some point in your life protect yourself. It's like a protection mechanism, okay, of sorts. But you're going to have the opportunity in order to heal those aspects of you, or to heal some other parts of you also that have gone unhealed until now. I see here that you're also going to have an opportunity to finally close out a chapter in your life that has been ongoing, repetitive, and it's a dead end, right? It's like you've reached the dead end. You've learned what you had to learn. You gave what you had to give, and there's no other way forward from here on out. And the only way, forward is for you to close out that chapter in your life, accept it for the ending that it is, heal yourself, right? Heal yourself and jump into a new version of you. This new version of you keeps showing up in your reading. There's a new version of you that the universe is helping you, right, jump into. It's like the old version of you is no longer going to bring in opportunities, happiness, joyous moments. It's like a dead end, right? There's a new version of you doing things that are required now for this new phase of your journey, of your life. And I do also see here that you're going to have an opportunity to travel. You're going to have an opportunity to make a decision about your future that's going to definitely improve your future and have a great impact on your future. Now, when you make this decision, make sure that you patiently plan ahead. Don't rush this decision. It's a type of decision that needs to be made well thought out, right? It's also a kind of decision here that it's kind of like not going to be easy for you to make, right? Because this is a type of decision that it's going to bring in blessings to your future, into your future, but not initially. Initially, it might feel a little bit like oh my God, a little bit of like a struggle, right? Or like, wow, I have to wait that long in order to, finally get what I want, right? But these decisions that are made, it's kind of like, making a decision right now in the present moment. And even though that decision might feel uncomfortable, like I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, you know that there is a relationship that is no longer working, right? Or a job that you no longer feel like you're a part of. Like you don't feel like there's no way up forward from there, right? Whatever this is, job, career, family related, could be a relationship, a connection, an idea, something that you've been working on. And so you're like, you know what? It's not going to be easy for me to call it quits, for me to end this, for me to accept this ending for what it is, because I'm going to have to heal. But in the end, you're going to save yourself a lot of time, right? And you're going to be able to start the healing process right now, because in your future, you want something better, right? You want a better job, you want a better relationship, you want a better version of you, whatever it is, right? So also here it says heartbreak. You're going to have an opportunity to finally heal from a heartbreak, okay? If you've been recently heartbroken, it says here, heartbreak, where is my heart? You're going to find your heart again. You're going to find, a lot of times heartbreaks lead to people hiding their hearts and forgetting where they hid them, right? It's like you dig up, a grave for the heart, because you're like, I'm never going to love again. I'm never going to open up my heart again. And so then, when different opportunities come in to your life that require you to open up, you can't, because you're like, where did that feeling go, right? Where did that part of me go? You kind of like, you hid it so well that you forgot where you hid it, in a sense. Okay. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to finally find yourself again, reconnect with your heart, reconnect with the essence of who you are, no longer be afraid. The wrong choice was made, and now somebody is sitting in the pain of losing you. Somebody here is already regretting what they have done to you or are doing to you. They made the wrong choice and they are sitting in the pain of losing you. Okay. Of course, this could be vice versa. If this is you, take the reading however it resonates. But now we're going to go ahead and jump right into your extended reading to see more so about how the situation is all going to unfold for you. And in the extended is where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how this entire situation is all going to develop and turn out for you. And we're going to go ahead and get a final message from source. Okay, so that final message will tie everything up for you. If you want to watch a link to the extended, you can watch that link to the extended down in the description box below. You will find that link. For any personal readings, also you can find the link to my personal readings down in the description box below. And check out all of your monthly readings, your mid-monthly readings, all of your last week's readings, blessings readings, love readings. You can find all of those links to your sign down in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment down below. Take very good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye-bye. And right now, all of my personal readings are $20 off using the special discount code GOODLUCK20. You can check the personal reading link down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at genamoonofficial, as I will be posting more on there.